Hey guys, Groovy Guitar Dude here with a beginner guitar tutorial for Stick Season using this Orangewood Brooklyn Live. Before we dive in, the four chords that you need to play Stick Season are A, E, F sharp minor, and D. And I'll have short chord tutorials for all those in the pinned comment below for those of you who need them. With that in mind, let's dive into Stick Season. Stick Season just has one chord progression repeated through almost the entire song. That chord progression is just going to be those four chords I just showed you in order: A, E, F sharp minor, and D. Repeated, like I said, through pretty much the whole entire song. Now, for most of the song, we're going to be using a strum pattern for each one of those chords, but for about the first 30 seconds of the song, we actually use a finger picking pattern. After that, it switches over to strum patterns for the rest of the song. So before we learn the strum pattern, let's learn the finger picking in the beginning of the song. Before we learn that picking pattern, you want to make sure that you're familiar with what bass notes are. If you're not familiar, bass notes are just the lowest note of whatever chord you're playing. So for each of the chords we're using in this song, our A chord, your bass note will be the open A string. For our E chord, your bass note will be the open low E string. For our F sharp minor chord, the bass note will be the second fret on the low E. And then for our D chord, the bass note will be on the open D string. Make sure you're familiar with those before you move on. So with that in mind, let's break down this picking pattern. We're gonna start with our A chord as our example. We're gonna pick our bass note, and then bass note and B at the same time. And then we're gonna go D, G, D, B. That's our picking pattern. We're gonna play through that 4 times very quickly for each chord. This is about the speed that it'll be. Just about like that. It's really, really quick, but it's a pretty repetitive pattern, so once you get it down, you just gotta get the quickness of it and it won't be too hard. So my one quick tip for this picking pattern is to practice it really slowly before you start trying to build it up to full speed. This is a really fast picking pattern, so you wanna make sure that you're playing it as accurately as possible before you try to actually build up to full speed. So with that in mind, a couple times through that chord progression and picking pattern that we hear at the beginning of Stick Season will look about like this without me talking. From there, the only other thing that you need to know to play Stick Season is the strum pattern that we're going to be using for pretty much the entire rest of the song after that picking ends in the beginning. Now, this is where things get a lot easier. It's a pretty simple strum pattern. Here's our A chord as our example. For each chord, we're going to strum down, 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 up, down, up 4 times. So down, 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 up, down, up, down, 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 up, down, up, down, 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 up, down, up, down, 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 up, down, up. Just about like that for each chord. And again, that's pretty much most of the rest of the song. There's a few places where it drops down to single down strums. That chord progression is just going to go through pretty much the entire song. And like I said, that strum pattern is going to be most of it. So with that in mind, a couple times through that chord progression with that strum pattern that plays through most of Stick Season will look about like this without me talking. That's all you need to know to play Stick Season on guitar. If this video helped you out, hit that like and subscribe button. And if you get stuck or need a little extra help with this lesson, hit me up in the comments down below. I'm usually pretty quick getting back to those. Thanks for watching my video. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I'll see y'all soon.